Because knowing both sides of the coin, I really think that there is a love story waiting to unfold. And I'm only half joking when I say love story, because I believe it is the stories that will save us, will bring us together. And my thesis statement for today's talk is that the relationship between the East and West needs to be and can be fixed via pop culture. That's a big fact. And I'm going to try and back it up. Now, the UN Secretary General, Ban Ki-moon, said there are no languages required in the musical world. That is the power of music. That is the power of the heart. Through this promotion of arts, we can better understand the culture and civilizations of other people. In this era of instability and tolerance, we need to promote better understanding through the power of music. Now, the UN Secretary General thinks we need more music, and I think he's right. Music and arts have always played a key role in my life in building relationships, replacing what once was ignorance, fear, and hatred with acceptance, friendship, and even love. So I have a strong case for promoting music between cultures because it happened to me early in life. I was born and raised in Rochester, New York. I barely spoke a word of Chinese. I didn't know the difference between Taiwan or Thailand. I was as American as apple pie. Until one day, on the third grade playground, the inevitable finally happened. I got teased for being Chinese. Now, every kid gets teased or made fun of on the playground. This was fundamentally different, and I knew it right then and there. This kid, let's call him Ryan McElroy. He started making fun of me, saying, Chinese, Japanese, dirty D's, look at P's. I can't believe your laughter, but it hurts. I can still remember how I felt. I felt ashamed. I felt embarrassed. But I laughed along with everyone. And I didn't know what else to do. It was like having an out-of-body experience. As if I could laugh at that Chinese kid on the playground with all the other Americans because I was one of them. Right? Wrong. On many levels. And I was facing the first, but definitely not the last time, the harsh reality that I was a minority in Rochester, which in those days had an Asian population of 1%. And I was confused. I wanted to punch Brian. I wanted to hurt him for putting me in that situation. But he was faster than me and he was stronger than me and he would kick my butt, and we both knew that. So I just took it in. And I didn't tell anyone or share with anyone these feelings. I just held them in and I let them fester. And those feelings will surface in a strangely therapeutic way for me through music. And it was no coincidence that around that time I started getting good at the violin, and the guitar, and the drums. And I would soon discover that by playing music or singing, other kids would, for a brief moment, forget about my race or color and accept me, and then be able to see me for who I truly am. A human being who's emotional, spiritual, curious about the world, and has a need for love, just like everyone else. And by the 6th grade, guess who asked me if I would be the drummer for Group A? Ryan McKinney. And I said yes. And that's when we together formed our elementary school rock band called Nirvana. I'm not kidding. I was in a rock band called Nirvana before Kurt Cobain's Nirvana was ever made. So when Nirvana came out, Brian and I were like, hey, he's stealing our name. But really what attracted me to music at this young age was just this. And it's still what I love about music, is that it breaks down the walls between us and shows us so quickly the truth that we are much more alike than we are different. And then in high school, I learned that music wasn't just about connecting with others. Like Brian and I were connected through music. It was a powerful tool of influence and inspiration. Sam Nguyen was my high school janitor. He was an immigrant from Vietnam who barely spoke a word of English. Sam swept the floors and cleaned the bathrooms at our school for 20 years. And he never talked to the kids, and the kids never talked to Sam. But one day, before the opening night of our school's annual musical, he walked up to me holding a letter. And I was taken aback. I was thinking, I, Sam, the janitor, approached me. And he gave me this letter that I've kept to this day. It was scrawled in a shaky hand written in all capitals, and it read, "In all my years of working as a janitor at Sutherland, you're the first Asian boy to play the lead role. I'm going to bring my 6-year-old daughter to watch you perform tonight, because I want her to see that Asians can be inspiring."